I'm glad that I can share this time talking about the Caremark business and why Caremark would be much better off with an investment in business data services. So, in this video, I'll go over some of the expectations when the transition takes place. So, you can have a dashboard where essentially putting all the operational data into one central location like Tableau. Having a dashboard is important because it provides a centralized visual overview of key information and metrics in real time, making it easier to monitor, analyze, and make informed decisions quickly. I want to now move on to this chart. So this is the chart. So right now we're looking at the predictive profits chart, and as we see, we have an interesting thing going on in this chart. That's the increase of sales at the beginning and the end of every year. And this is the data that Tableau is showcasing to us. And on the right, we have predictions for the upcoming years of sales. They predicted these. This is a valuable piece of information because you know ahead of time what changes do you want to make, if any. I mean, before having that information, you didn't know what changes to make at all. Now at least you have some information before you go ahead and decide make those changes and see if you really want to create change in the data and see increase throughout the year, not just at the end of the year. Maybe then you could have some more movement in the data. Okay, let's move on to uh, clicking over here. So over on this side, we have more data showing. This is what a normal year of sales would look like without a Pandemic, none of that sort of uh, thing going on. So if you notice, there's a trend here. You see, you can go ahead and look at the increase and say, well, this is what could happen. Maybe if you don't pay attention to trends, so your sales begin to look the same because it looks like you haven't made many changes at all to your sales tactics. You've been doing the same thing and it's been going steadily. Yet you're getting the same results year after year. As you may notice in December, and then December 2014, December of 2015, and then you come come to December 2016. Every increase seems to be at the end of the year. So that's just the way the ball bounces. Well, that's where you're wrong because if you take a look at the data, you you could actually you could realize that by acknowledging you've been doing the same thing, then maybe if you make a change here and there, you can actually create different data points. Here we have the e-commerce map showing the location of the Caremark in the state of Florida. Put up a star on the map to show exactly where it is. I meant that when I say uh, you could benefit from having a strategy for regional sales because there's different groups of people around the area and many of the people have different cultures. So by knowing your surrounding, you're setting yourself up for success because you know people and how to appeal to those people. While many other companies may not be so good at it, you're gonna end up doing better than them because you know how to appeal to those type of people in your store and in your social media. So I think that's a really important piece to talk about, especially when the market can be very saturated. So exactly why. So this might be my favorite page for this project. So we can talk about strategy and why you should consider adding this idea or adding the other idea. I just want to really drive home this piece of information where I can talk about Caremark and what Caremark could expect to get their hands on. We have the marketing campaign, of course, customer engagement, and lastly, employer restocking. So I want to start with the campaign. First off, I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to read some of the different types of benefits that we can bring out from the campaign. So the campaign's main focus is to increase benefits. What does that mean? It means that because we have structure, the staff of the store will benefit most because the store has better and organized marketing. So we can talk about a little bit about increased. See if we can zoom in. Increased customer traffic, of course. There was a one that we were focused on. Targeting promotions, loyalty programs, discounts, which will attract more customers. Inventory management, you will be actually selling more when instead of understocking essentials, you will have the reduced risk of overstocking. And when we talk about competitive advantage, competition, like Walgreens, and you have the Walmarts, which are selling some of the same stuff that the Caremark is selling. You have the products with you, but also try to emphasize convenience and expertise with the unique products, so you can draw customers from competitors by being unique with your products. And then we have education management, which means marketing campaigns that teach customers about medication safety and the health trends that can build trust and boost customer retention. And last, we have of course, profit margins. Drugstores can increase profits by promoting vitamins, specialty health products, and strategic campaigns can highlight these teams and boost revenue. Now, if we move on to customer engagement, I'll go ahead and read some of these. I think some of the ones that stood out to me the most. I think the loyalty program is a essential part which focuses on the number of purchases. So the more people buy, they're going to be inclined to attaining the free items, drinks, and snacks. So that obviously will drive up sales. Another one is the memberships and subscriptions. Subscriptions should focus on giving loyal customers the perks. So you will deepen their loyalty and they will want to come back for more. You will also want to focus on offering seasonal and limited items. So say during winter you have a drink, and then maybe you have a merchandise item that's fresh, and they will be more encouraged to repeat and come back for more visits. Also, personalized customer experience. So memorizing their names, greeting them every day when they come into the store. You can build that trust with the customers. It's something that many people tend to overlook, but it actually makes a really big difference. Then I will also include social media engagement, posting behind the scenes content, and encourage shop visitors to tag them on their social media pages. Will also create more attention. When you want to get attention, create noise on social media so people see the content, and that way more eyeballs are attracted towards the store itself, and people are talking about you. So the more people talk about you, the more known you are. So the more known you are, the more attention you will attain. And so I think that's a very good starting point. These are just some ideas to get more customer engagement. So we have the marketing campaign and all that. And then I also want to talk about, I'll talk about the Smart AR overlay mockup. So from the research, I found XPix. I believe that's the name of the interface. Its user friendliness, I think the intuitive interface allows workers to quickly sort of onboard with the, what do you call it, customized. It's easy to understand visually displayed information. Basically, it can be customized to their preferred language, so new hires are productive almost immediately. And I would also add frontline software guides. It helps guide users through the order and displays all the necessary information in their field of view. The DHL warehouse, some of their employees are using the solution that allows them to see which aisle, shelf, or bin to pick and place an item. If they pick the right item, employees get immediate audio and visual feedback, which I think was really a really essential part of the picking process. I know from personal experience working at Amazon warehouse, this is a very common way to be efficient when you're picking items from a warehouse or from a back room, when you have many items to store in a certain place. From previous research, I also found store associates can instantly map and track every backroom box with the customized AR overlay. The solution uses camera readable labels on each box to indicate items that need to be moved to shelves instead of associates lifting and moving boxes everywhere. It reduces manual box scanning to find the right one. And the AR feature can help associates find more inventory in the back room and move it to the sales floor during summer months. So that's when the fans are popular. And I would say that would be all for this page. So we've reached the end of my presentation. I hope something was shaken or something stood out to you. I hope something happened. The point is, we need to incorporate technology to keep growing the store. You have seen what the processes can do for others. The dashboard is a very good thing to have, and so is the marketing campaign, and pretty much everything I covered, I would say. I know it's hard to see the big picture of business operations, let alone make data-backed decisions when you have not looked at the information firsthand. With that, I want to thank you for spending the last few minutes with me, and thank you for listening.